Welcome to the Honest Perfume Reviewer. A couple weeks ago, I made a video on challenging openings, but I found worth waiting for, like maybe a little sharp in the beginning, or they might even smell not that great from the beginning, but they turn into something wonderful. But this video is going to be about the opposite, like where a fragrance opens up extraordinarily beautiful, but might not be a perfume that sort of delivers all the way to the dry down. Some, but some not. Or they might have very short kind of life length. And I thought I'd put together my kind of like a little bit of a warning signal, because sometimes it's easy to get like blown away at the counter, and perfumes that make a really good first impressions maybe are not the ones that will become your favorites. So I think this is an important thing. I made this mistake. I made it this summer actually, and I'll start by sharing that one. I think I mentioned this in my fragrance haul. I really wanted to get something from this house because I have like a travel size of Piano Santal and Ambercello, and I really like them. And this is a really kind of affordable price, I think, considering the quality you're getting. I think these retail for about $150. These are 100 ml bottles. Piano Santal is beautiful from beginning to end. It's like a really nice, I'm not that even that much into sandalwood, but this particular fragrance kind of got me into it. But this one is like not my style at all. This is the house of L'Orchestre Parfum, and the name is on the side. This is called Electro Limonade, and I am not a vetiver kind of person, and I don't, reach for aromatic fragrances that often. I often find them too masculine, but the opening of this one really just kind of got me. It just kind of grabbed me, and the best word I could use to describe the opening of this is juicy. It is so darn juicy. It has like a bunch of citruses in the top, and I think mint and rhubarb. It's like really uplifting, and like energizing almost. And I think that several other people that I know have tried it too, and they're like, wow, at the opening. It's because it's so incredible. But, only like after, I haven't exactly, timed this or anything, but after a short time, like maybe like, I actually sprayed this 5 minutes ago on my fingers here, and it's like, the opening is no longer there. That incredible juicy opening, or it's really, really close to the skin, and I think that the vetiver note comes out more. It also has incense, and I really kind of liked the note structure when I read about it. But it's a real skin scent. And it kind of, maybe after 2 hours, it's gone completely. It's like the longevity is terrible. So this one kind of got me with its beautiful kind of first impression, and then it did not deliver all the way. So that's a really good example of a perfume that does that. And I used to work in a perfume shop like 6 Saturdays I worked there, and they sold Xerjoff, and they had Symphonium. And Symphonium is a really good example of the same. It has an incredible opening of like chocolate and orange and vanilla. I don't know what else is in there, but this opening is like so elegantly done. It's not like a cakey gourmand, like a childish. I don't like that kind of gourmand that goes too cakey, but this is just gorgeous. I'm not even a fan of like orange chocolate that much. I mean, I'm talking about eating it. But this particular fragrance is incredible, incredible. You're just like, well, what was that? But after like 15 minutes, it's gone to like a generic vanilla. Any kind of fragrance, it just does not last. That incredible opening doesn't represent the fragrance at its full length. And I do think that the dry down is much more important really than the opening, if it comes to paying like full retail price. And this Xerjoff perfume, Symphonium, belongs to their gemstone collection, I think it's called. They're like this one is like $650 for a 100 ml bottle, which I think is really, really pricey. I mean, Xerjoff is pricey anyway, but this particular one is extra expensive. There's also another one from Xerjoff that comes to mind that follows this theme of beautiful openings but that don't kind of deliver all the way, is Opera. And I think I mentioned this yesterday in a video as well. This opening is incredible. I think it just lists like fruits in the opening, and it really just hits you like fireworks. Wow, what is that? That kind of feeling. and it's but then I've been disappointed. I've tried that on skin and waited, waited for the dry down. The dry down kind of just fizzles out and becomes kind of like a nutmeg, Christmas, spicy, heavy kind of fragrance, if I remember correctly. I don't know if it has nutmeg. It kind of goes a little weird. I think the combination of notes in that perfume they don't quite do it for me. I might go and reconsider because of its spectacular opening. Whenever I see it on a shelf, I'll give myself a spray just to kind of experience that wonderful opening. Okay, and then there are like the iris fragrances, and I just brought one bottle to represent that whole category. I find that almost all of them open up beautifully, and that they don't change that much. The dry down, but on the other hand, the longevity is not that great. This is Trench from YSL's private collection. This is like a beautiful, super fresh and beautiful green. Has a little note of fig, citruses. It's so gorgeous. It's gorgeous from 5 seconds. I mean, what I consider opening is like as soon as that alcohol molecule sort of has evaporated, that's what I consider the opening, and it is stunning, this one. Oh, I love it so much. But I think the same is true for a lot of iris fragrances. They're pretty much good from the beginning, and you don't have to wait. They're just like right there, and they're perfect. Another fragrance that has an incredible opening, and it's a pretty good fragrance all the way through, but I haven't gone full bottle. I think this is my second or third decant, and it is Ani from Nishane. The opening is, I sprayed it here earlier. The opening is something in another category, but it doesn't stay that incredible for the whole length of the perfume. I think once it's been on for like 30, 40 minutes, like it has now when I sprayed it here earlier, it kind of is, it could be maybe even mistaken for lots of other perfumes. I don't quite get that freshness is not there anymore, really, but the opening is amazing. If you plan on getting, and Nishane is not cheap either. I don't know the exact price of this. It's probably, I'm just guessing, between $250 and $300 for 50 ml, which is expensive. And I can get decants from people, so I actually do that a lot with fragrances like this. I don't wear this very much, strangely enough, although it is really, really beautiful. And then there's another one kind of in the same category as Ani that is called Vonninger, and it's from Oliver and Company. And it also has this like vanilla, lemon, ginger kind of combination, and it is really like wow from the opening. I've sprayed kind of all over my arms to just kind of prepare for this video a little bit. And it's good now too, but the opening is just spectacular. It's like, wow, what was that? So that could be something exciting to try. I think this one is also quite affordable. We have this company that sells these here in Sweden. It's called Sniff. If you are from the UK, you can check them out, sniff.com, and Sniff is spelled SNIPH. And you can get these for like a pretty good price. They're 8 ml. They're supposed to be like, if you only use this one, it's supposed to like last you for a month, but I don't use perfume that way. And then I have two from Rosendo Mateu, number 6 and number 7. I don't know if it's true for the whole line because I haven't tried all of them, but they are gorgeous from the beginning. But they also kind of settle down, but the openings are so special. I just wanted to mention them. Number 7 is like an oud and vanilla fragrance. Mateu is like I think there's a little bit of, it's just a beautiful kind of vanillic. There's a little hint of coconut in there. Florals. It's just, I don't know. These are two gorgeous fragrances from the very, very beginning. I might go full bottle on one of them. I also think they're quite affordable, actually, for that quality. Another fragrance that is maybe not so affordable and not so accessible, but I thought I'd mention it anyway, is Réve de Cashmere. I just have a decant from Van Cleef and Arpels private line. Oh my God, the opening of this fragrance is unbelievable. I think it has like vanilla, cashmere on. Oh, it's so, so good. There might be an iris note in here, perhaps. It's so good. It's just like, wow. But it also kind of goes to like a generic vanilla kind of fragrance in the dry down. But I don't know if I'd pay that kind of money. And this is a completely different price range than like the ordinary Van Cleef and Arpels, the ones Amber Imperial and Precious Oud and all of them. Those are nice fragrances, but this is a different level for sure. And I might actually, if I know it's available like at the Dubai airport or something. So it's like you can find it like here and there. Maybe Harrods has it, just like certain places. It's an incredibly beautiful opening. But I'm not sure that the price can justify, the length of it, and the dry down is not that spectacular. And then I've recently spoken about this one. I would not pay full retail for this one, but this opening is, I'm just going to spray it again just to kind of remind myself, the sprayer is so great too. It just gives like these little showers and you can just dose it the way you want it. It's really, it's such an incredible, that lemon with the sandalwood and the violet and the, it's vanillic. It's just, I think that the reason the opening is so like seductive is that like the lemon with all these other kind of, I think there's cinnamon in here too. And then kind of the lemon probably kind of goes away. It doesn't last that long. And then kind of you're left with kind of sandalwood and vanilla. I'm not sure if that's it, but in general, that you say the longevity is not that great on this fragrance to begin with, but the opening, it's just so beautiful. And I got it for like 2/3 of the price, and I thought that was really worth it because I change my fragrance so often that I don't care that much, and it'll stay there for a couple hours, but the opening does not stay for a couple hours. I think it's that lemon note that just kind of goes away. There's black pepper, which I don't really know how to identify in fragrance, because to me black pepper doesn't really have a smell, so I'm not really sure about. I just listened to this video about Lost Alice. It's actually a perfume I just recently picked up myself, and they were talking all about this black pepper and how that was so kind of dominant in this fragrance. And I can't really smell it. I don't know what they're talking about in the fragrance. But it's, I know it's listed in here. The black, I think so anyway. I'm pretty sure. Beautiful opening as well. So I just wanted with a few final words. Watch out for seductively beautiful openings. They might cost you a lot. Try everything first on paper, then on skin, then maybe sample or decant, and then buy, because it can be. Now I'm kind of stuck with this Electro Limonade. I don't think I'll wear this that much. The longevity is so bad, and maybe, even it's the longevity is much worse than Fragrance de Bois, and it's not as expensive. It's probably like half price, but I think that I have higher demands for perfume than just to last, just have a good opening that lasts for 5 minutes. That's not good enough for me. But do try this house. I recommend the house. Try Piano Santal. Even if you're not a sandalwood lover, you might like this one. I think it's really beautiful. It's very milky. And yeah, those were my beautiful openings. I wouldn't call them recommendations. I would say watch out. Watch out for them. Try them. Don't buy them at first sniff.